Hey, rocking with the Rock Dog. We're out here on this late February day, 2021. One of my favorite creeks. We had about 6 or 8 inches of snow last week and it all melted off like the rest of the country. And the creek got up a foot or so. Nice clear raise. Some ice came down through here, banged some stuff around, moved some rocks around. See, we're down to bedrock on this right here. So there could be some cool stuff just laying right out here. I don't really want to get wet, but I'm going to. This is slick too. I'm not going out there, that's slick. Anyway, I'd like to go out there and look and see if there's any little pointy rocks laying out there, but I will refrain from busting my ass. This is Sacrifice Rock right here. We are actually on the actual Pontaloma Trail of Death. They camped for 3 days here. They didn't do any sacrificing here, but there's a lot of human habitation in this valley for the last 13,000 years. We find mammoth teeth down here, and my buddy found a big leg bone in the 1970s. I'll go over here and look. This is horribly slick. All right. This is the types of stuff that one guy down in South Missouri finds gold on in Missouri, that placer gold. Any of this bedrock like this that's got cracks in it, you scratch all that dirt out and there'll be little pieces of gold in it from the Canadian glacier that came through here. But we got a real nice rock here to people come down here and play on. The kids come, it's real shallow. They can, real nice little clean riffle, nice little swimming hole. Road's just right there. New bridge there. Anyway, all this ice came down through and banged a bunch of stuff around, so we're going to go up here and look. I've been digging and sifting in this rock up here for a couple days. Yeah, we got to pick that up. Nope. That's where they'll be. Trapped right up against that little inch or two ledge. It's a pretty nice day out here. It's about 40 degrees, you know, it's 20 below 1 week ago. I didn't figure the creeks would be running for a long time. We got a nice little gravel bar up here and a creek that runs into it. This was always the road for everybody the last thousands and thousands of years, but a lot of stuff laying around on these places like this. See how pretty all that rock is? It's all washed off nice and clean. Some of it got banged around with big chunks of ice. Got moved a little bit. Nice and loose. You could scratch through this and find stuff. People come down here and get gravel for their driveway like I'm doing. Get a few buckets, fill in a pothole, dig up an arrowhead. Alright, we'll go out here. See, the county's been moving some stuff around. They put a new channel right there. Scratched up a bunch of stuff that's never been moved for like 40 years since they put that low water crossing in. There's a lot of nice flint tools around in here. You come down here and kick all this rock around, come back in an hour, find more stuff. That's how you do it. You'll wash all that out of there and then you'll pick up all the arrowheads. That's kind of what I'm, you wear your boots out though, so there's a nice piece of something right there. Nope. This little hump over here would be a good place to look. See, the county put a new channel there because it was over here against this bank. I was throwing rocks up against it right there last summer. Keep it off Fred's bank there, and I guess they thought it was a good idea and did it in about 2 minutes with their giant piece of machinery. Truth be told, I was just out there picking up relics as I was picking all those little rocks up and throwing them out of the way. That's a lot of rocks to throw over there. This place is in the shade though. In the late afternoon, it's a good place to come to. Little swimming hole right there for kids. Plenty of stuff to find laying around. Bring a bucket so your kids can take home a bucket of rocks. It's down to bedrock right here, a foot deep, so. Go back to 1 times on the zoom. Oh, that's 2 times. A lot of minnows in here in the summer. Crawdads come out at night, and there's some little tiny black catfish down here about that long. It's really cool, but you can't catch them. They're really fast, even with one of them little tiny dip nets. Right in here. Oh man, I see something laying over there. I'm gonna kick this rock around for a minute. It's big too. There's no way that's a rock. Right where this bedrock, see how that, can you see it? It's big and gigantic and white. It looks like it got caught right there. All them 5 or 6 rocks got caught. Wow, that's pretty. That's a nice big flint tool. Awesome. All right. There'll be more laying in here. Cause I kicked all these rocks around yesterday and found some stuff, and this is just what's laying up since I came here yesterday. And I'm putting this on the truck and all. Right there in that little hole right there, it's like I'm Dan Hurd or something digging gold, but I dug 4 or 5 things out of that right there, out of 2 buckets that size. And I am not a digger. Yeah, they got all that sand on there still. And out here where the creek got up, it's all washed off on the rocks. It shows up. Nothing. Nothing. See, I edged that down yesterday so that would all wash all that off the top and I'd be able to see anything laying here because it was all buried in sand. I really wanted to go out and check that island out over there because that has to be something there. You know, just right in here, if you kick all this around, you'll pull them right out of the ground with your feet. Feldspar. I like using that brown rock. It was hard. This thing looks like it's been freshly chipped and it's still a couple thousand years old. It takes a long time for that stuff to turn brown after it's chipped off. Looks like a running deer. Little pot, paint pot thing. They use these for scraping barks off tree limbs. See how it's crescent? They could just pull that on it and it would shred that right off. But it's always got to have these two, see these finger holds right there, and how it fits with my thing right there and there, and then you come around and you got a good place to hold it. It's not much of a tool, but it's a tool. A lot of times they made those look like turtles because it's got like an open mouth on it. They could just chip an eye in it, you know, and it's got that shape. You could make the assumption that it's a turtle. These were laying on the road yesterday. And there's still some laying on the road. That's how much it got up. When I dug that out, it was just like that. Then that last night, it got up like that much and went over it and exposed some stuff. So we'll see. Right here, there's a good spot. Catch stuff in a spot like that where it comes out in tubes and falls off the road's what it does, and then ends up right in this pile of rock right here. My friend tells me there were 12 Blackfoot teepees down here in 1902 when his grandpa got the land grant in Palmyra for this place. And we have mammoth teeth and bones from here. We have stuff of that time era. So this may be a place that had continuous 13,000 year human habitation. I find a lot of stuff down in this area that's 8,000 to 12,000 years old probably, because it's the very last part of where the buffalo trail's at. Once they hit the Mississippi and 10 miles from here, they had to go sideways. They couldn't go back and forth no more. So this right here is where they all ganged up and people stayed here. It's the perfect depth for a little kid on an inner tube. Alright, do you see something nice down there? I seen something, but I'm going to walk up this way just for a second first. That looks like it. No, that ain't nothing. See, I'll kick this rock around. In 2 minutes, I'll find something there when I come back through. And my feet will pull them right out of the ground. Alright, let's turn around and see what's laying down here. Looks like a big old blade of some kind. It's flatter than that first thing I found. I know there's some stuff right there. I'm going to come out here and dig it all up with a shovel and just look through it. And I dug that out right there yesterday, if you can see. See, I piled them up, bigger ones up there, and just playing around, get past the sand to the bigger rock, because they scraped it all over when they did that. And right there, can you see that yet? That looks like a big ground blade of some kind. Look at that, that's a nice blade. Somebody going by on the road. We're really close to the road. Wow, hey, that's fluted. Look at that. That's a Clovis there. Look at that. That's fluted right there when that water's on it. That's got lateral flaking. That's an actual spearpoint for mammoth-sized animals, people. Look, it's narrower there, so the stick doesn't, and it's flat on the end, so when they hit something with it, it doesn't go further into the stick. See how it's just a little bit narrower right here where the lashings would go. See, it's dulled where the lashings are at, so it doesn't cut them. It's fat and flat on the end, so it doesn't go on the stick. It looks like it went on the stick to, wow, this is crazy. Right there. And about that much of it stuck out on a stick the size of a shovel handle, I bet. Wow, that is far beyond the size of a normal point. See, it's got the lateral flaking. both sides. Boy, that is rare. Alright, this video is going to get some views. Alright, well, I'm going to go back to shoveling because I know there's more stuff right here. Anywhere you go, dig. Remember, our roads were their roads. If there's water by the road where you're at, that's where they was at. Man, I gotta look at that again. That's crazy. I get a lot of stuff this color, but yeah, that's not really broke. That's, see that fluting? That's the whole deal. Right to there, it went on a stick. All right, Rock Dog out.